Hey everyone, I have a little bit of a behind the scenes video for you right at the moment. This behind the scenes video isn't going to include everything that I wanted it to include. I did take some screen recordings of me actually entering it into my spreadsheet, but I cannot find those recordings anywhere. And I know my computer's had a little bit of troubles lately, so I'm going to just go ahead and throw out what I do have. And then in the future, I know that I've already promised you guys videos about my spreadsheets, so that will be coming after the new year. What I am doing now, basically, this is just a video of me entering it into my computer. So all of the collections that I had gone through, I usually went through, in the beginning at least, I went through a box at a time. So like the first cubby, all the ones, I wasn't entering them in as I went along, which I eventually did start doing when I got to the point where I wasn't getting rid of as much stuff. So I pulled out the collection. I made sure the label was labeled in the right color. If that needed to be changed, then I would change that. I would go ahead and mark if there was any photos. And I do have that on my spreadsheet, I believe, as one of the things that I could put is if there was photos included and also if there was a sketch included. So I would also document that. This one I had to remember what year because at this time I'm also entering the photos because I have also started a spreadsheet for my photos in the last year. So I will also share with you guys all about that pretty soon. So if I didn't know the date, I do have the Shutterfly app, which is a really nice app when it comes to, I will not recommend their photos prints at all. They are cheap by all means, but I have ordered from them in the past, so I have all my pictures uploaded onto there. And you can pull up the app and literally go to the month and year and find your photos there. So as I was pulling out the photos, if I didn't know, that's where I always go to is the Shutterfly app if I need help finding the year. As I kind of change over to using the spreadsheet, then I won't need that app anymore, and I'll be happy about that. So yeah, I would pull out the photos and I would log them in there, which photos they were. And because in my photos, on my photos spreadsheet, I also have a spot that says where it's located. Well, number one, if they're pre-printed, because I used to pre-print all my photos. I don't do that so much anymore, but also where they are located. So are they in my print drawer of pre-printed photos or are they in with a collection? There's been multiple times where I have gone to find a photo and I've looked everywhere for it and I just couldn't find it anywhere because I didn't know where it was. And that was one of the huge reasons I wanted to do this collection cleanup, is because there were so many collections with photos in them that it was kind of getting overwhelming and almost too much to find the photos. And I had no idea what photos, and I'd have to pull out collection after collection just to find the photos. And you may have seen, as I've gone through some of the collection cleanup, you may have seen how some of the photos were just kind of tossed in there, mixed among all the papers and different things like that. Now I have them all kind of cleaned up, or I'm getting there anyways. I'm still working on a lot. And even as I'm recording this on November 19th, before all of these videos just go slamming out to you guys, I still have a mess and but I'm not going to record anymore until I get to where I all caught up with the videos. I may have mentioned that they got mixed up at some point on my computer. So I think one of the first or second videos that I posted about the collection cleanup was actually videos that should have not been recorded. And then I went back to try to figure out which videos I did record. If I have put up more than, if the same footage in more than one video, I'm not surprised. If I haven't, then I'm going to be surprised. So, but back to the collection cleanup, I everything is like looks better in the envelopes, at least what I have done to this point. It looks better, and you probably have seen where I have taken the photos and the sketches and put them into an 8.5 by 11 page protector. Now, if I just have a sketch in there, I don't think that I really worried too much about them being in a page protector, but I did for the most part try to make sure that they all were, but definitely in a page protector like you can see on the screen now. I put the photos and the sketch in there with those. So I think that is basically most of what I'm currently doing on the screen. Not a whole lot to see. Like I said, while I was recording this on my main camera, I was also screen recording, but I have absolutely no idea where that footage is. It's been driving me crazy. I've been searching for a little while now on my computer and I'm not finding it, and I'm finding random things. One of the things I came across actually was footage from the very first YouTube video I ever made, and I cannot believe that I still have that, and I don't know where it is on there. I actually want to delete it because I have the first video saved, so I don't need the like videos that I recorded. So yeah, did I mention I am no good with computers? I know I mentioned I'm no good with math, so now I'm going to let you know how I am no good with computers either, and it's pretty amazing to myself and everyone in my family that I can actually make YouTube videos. So one of the things you've seen me do here is change the labels. I did figure out the colors of the labels. I'm not sure if I'm really, really happy with them because they do not go in alphabetical order. So I have red is Bella Boulevard. Orange is now it's Felicity Jane, which is B to F. And then it goes back to yellow is Cocoa Vanilla. So you can see they're not in alphabetical order anymore. Green, I believe now, is Close to My Heart. I didn't used to have, or excuse me, Creative Memories. It was Close to My Heart. Now it's Creative Memories since Close to My Heart it has closed, and I don't have a lot of their collections left over. I didn't used to have a lot of Creative Memories collections, but I do now. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, but I have enough to at least have a color to them. And because they always got put in the back with the miscellaneous. So in my collections, I do have them in order by first the collections that and companies that I buy a lot from. And then at the end of those, I have them kind of like miscellaneous ones. For example, where Close to Creative Memories used to be. And I kind of wanted to change that so that the Creative Memories would be more incorporated into the collections so that I would maybe remember that I have them, because I seem to overlook those miscellaneous ones a little too often. Now, I apologize, the screen is a little bit shakier here, but I am recording this. I have no phone tripod holder, and I'm trying to record this for you guys. Just to give you again another little behind the scenes. Right now, I am trying to organize this box, which I had mentioned. I wanted to organize by theme so that as I'm going along and adding items up onto my shelves, I can also incorporate all of these old one and dones. Now, these are the ones I've gone through and I'm planning on keeping. I do have another box that I am using up on a table to the left of me right here. At the same time, these are the ones that I have currently finished going through. So in here is all the collections that I was going to, they were in my one and done category. There is a couple, no, I think the one and done, even the True Colors by Simple Stories that I'm going to put in the everyday category is in here. It was in the one and done because I was just going, it was a class kit, I believe. And then I grabbed a couple extra things because I had extra paper and I just wanted to do a little bit more with that collection since I had it anyway, and I really like it. So, however, these things are in here organized. So the first couple are like this first one or two. While this can be a one and done, this first one here, I don't have any pictures or sketch for it, and I've decided while I do have one or two in the one and done category, which I will go back to in just a minute, I'm not going to allow myself to put a whole bunch in the one and done. So far, I think there's maybe 5, if not 6 there. I'll take a look at that. We'll go back to that in just a minute. But these are divided by category. So first is like animals, and these are not organized alphabetically. They're just together. I have birthday and then a lot of girl. There's Jelly Bean Soup Mushroom Medley, which is a camping or outdoor one. So this will be so much easier than the way I had it before, because they were just sitting in a box over there, you might have seen, and I would have to dig through it each time to find out which ones I wanted to incorporate back into my shelving. So I am going to, oh no, I'm going to put this one into the, I don't know if I'll do spring or summer. I'm going to do, I'll decide. It'll go either into spring or summer. I probably won't put it in the box, or I will put it in the box until the box gets full and then take out, you know, all the ones, so I don't have to keep going back and forth. My biggest issue is, again, my back and getting, you know, back in. Once I'm done with this bottom row, and even maybe this one, it'll be a little easier. And so then I can show you guys a little more. But most of them, one thing I changed. So this is a class kit. It was a scrapbook and cards today by Becky Adams, and I want to do it. And I was originally, you can see the label is like a pinkish red, and I was going for like a light red color because I was going to put class kits in the front of all my categories. And going along, I realized that for me to know where the class kit is, I'm more than likely just to go to the miscellaneous part, which is my white labels. So every category does have a white label. Let me show you anyway. Put my little pointer down. So every category does have white labels, and these are the miscellaneous ones. Like, I don't buy P13, so I don't feel like it needs its own color. And I know that white ones, when I go to get that collection, I know that it's going to be there and be white. I have not gone through any of these. Again, I'm still making myself really think about what it is I may or may not use. And it's kind of been a little bit harder with these other collections, but I feel good going through the one and dones. So, well, here, we'll go back up here real quick. This is what I have left on the top shelf to go through of the one and dones, minus the box that's down that I showed you a minute ago. So I'm getting down on the one and dones. Let's hope that I can get rid of some, because looking at my shelf space, it's just going to have to happen. These are the one and dones that I'm allowing myself. I'll back up a little. So you can see, those are the ones I need to go through. These are the ones that I'm allowing myself to keep in the one and done category. I'm hoping that I can incorporate that category down into these shelves, or if I empty enough of this, which that should be doable. I should very much be able to empty that and put the one and dones over there, because originally, I think you can even see, like I have for YouTube. Oh, and this is just ideas. So these don't have any, it's like one sheet, or maybe, I don't know, it's miscellaneous stuff. We can look at that later. So this is my update. I still have a few sticking out. I didn't want to pull those down just yet. Again, I just kind of started in this area because this is the area that I wanted to clear up. So it looks like it's getting clear now. Don't be fooled. I still have this box to go through, which it will be hard to kind of get rid of some of this, which is again that's where I've got to be tough and honest about some of it. Especially, I have some Halloween coming up, but it's Doodlebug, so it's hard, right? But that one like has a photo and a sketch, so maybe I can put that in the one and done. And I feel like I've been scrapbooking more lately than I have in the last year, so maybe I'll make it a goal to pull a one and done like every other week, at least, if I'm not working on something else. We'll take a look at that, and I will be thinking about that as I'm finishing this collection. But I also have these to incorporate. Now at this point, I could easily stick these in there, and well, I haven't gone through those, but I do think it's going pretty well. It's hard to say what it's going to look like, but I may, again, have to be hard on myself and say,
which one of these do you really want to keep? And you need some space, and force myself to get rid of something. And we'll just, yeah, I'm not really sure how that's going to look at this point in time. So, like I said, though, there is extra space. So from here over, it's done. Um, Again, this is 49 in Market. Then I have just two, maybe two, three miscellaneous, and then Christmas, winter, etc. I am all the way up. This is kind of school. There's some soccer in there because I don't have a sports theme anymore. My kids just don't play sports. We don't do sports. So I don't think I will keep a sports theme. So I might keep the soccer in the school area. But then here is some more school, and I'll work on from there. All right, so let's go take a look at some more collections.
Just a reminder that these videos, like I mentioned, are all messed up and not 100% in the order that I recorded them. But I think that most of what I'm trying to get across is coming out okay. So here's a little bit different view, and I wish the camera had been down a little bit more. But there in the background, you can see also I was recording this, like I mentioned, but you can see on the spreadsheet where I am recording what I am doing. So basically for pictures, I have the date, and let me go back. I have the date, I have what the event was, and I'm not going to remember everything right now, but I'll talk more and I'll be a lot more thorough in videos to come. But I have the date, I have the event, I have how many pictures there are for the event, and then I have if they're printed or not, and the location, and I think there's a few more that I can't remember offhand. Then I have for the spreadsheet for the collections, I have what the collection is. Well, first I have the theme, what the collection is, what color it's labeled by. Do I have a 6x8 or a 6x6 pad? And then also, is there anything in it as far as is there sketches? Is it a class kit? Or is there only scraps left? Well, I have a notes section, so if it's only scraps left, then I put it in the section that under notes. And I also have a one and done section, so I don't include the one and dones. I don't always label them with just scraps, because if it's in the one and done, then I automatically know that it's only scraps. And then I also have, is there any photos included? So there I'm just kind of showing you as I go along, cleaning them up and what I'm putting in. And you can see I've got quite a few logged at this point in time, and I'm just going by and logging them. As I'm logging them on to the spreadsheet, I am logging them in alphabetical order by theme, just like I have them on the shelf. So where it comes to baby, I will have baby, and then anything by Doodlebug will be first, and then Echo Park, and then, you know, alphabetically as it's on the shelf. If it's like a Felicity Jane, then it'll go second, even though it's not alphabetical order. Basically labeling them, I guess, I have to change what I said. I guess I'm basically labeling, putting them on the spreadsheet by the color of the rainbow they are, which is why I'm not 100% loving the whole, like, not alphabetical order colors, but I'm going to work with that. And hopefully that I can get a lot of, say, the Felicity Jane kits used up, so then I can change the orange back to a different company. I don't really want to change all the labels. That would be a lot of work. So I don't think I want to go in that direction. But anyways, this is pretty much what the video has left. I don't know if there's much time left. Oh, actually there is a little bit of time left. I thought the video was going to end. Yeah, I really wish that I could find the recordings. If I can find the recordings, then I'm happy to go ahead and I will make another video, but for now I just can't find the recordings. And you can see a little bit of behind the scenes. I think I was working on my hexagon layout when I was working with this. I have my little Anna machine up there on the shelf where it's easily, I can just pull it right on down, it's plugged in, and I can put it right back up. I thought I would just share a couple of those little things with you while I was looking at the scene. You can see I have a light up above. You can't see where my camera is in this video, but it's not too far. But I do have a row of shelves on the wall in front of my desk, and it really hinders what kind of lighting I can use for my videos, but I think the lighting that I have currently works now. So if it ain't broke, I'm not going to worry about fixing it. Maybe someday it'll be different. And I think that's about it for this video. If you guys have any more questions, I'm just recording all of these in a huge row to get them up, so I may not get to the questions right away, but I will eventually get to them. Otherwise, I hope this video was interesting. Let me know if this is something you enjoyed seeing. So otherwise, I will talk to you in the next video. I hope you have a great day.